The NOVIC project developed broccoli through a participatory breeding program with organic growers for organic production. And it produced a line of broccoli that we selected and distributed later to seed companies. This is something that has been through about 3 rounds of selection by the Bijo seed company for uniformity. And we've been in a very stressful environment, so getting a head that is that uniform in flower bud size is really remarkable. And many of these have very uniform heads. So that was an old one that is past. That one is really past, but did have a nicely uniform bead. Here's a uniform bead, and here is one that's a lot taller. And there is a uniform bead. But the challenge is that we're getting great variation in maturity. That one is past, and we're getting some that are very purple, and they're really quite different from one another. So there's another, looks pretty good, but that gray-green color really does not sell well. If you're going to go purple, you have to go really purple. And then here we have one that has a very fine bead, very small, which would be okay, but that purple-gray cast over it, and then the lime green showing up between, that just is not going to cut it. Here again, even more purple, too big and uneven a bead. Another one very purple. It's got a little leaf-in head, but surprisingly quite good uniformity. Here are some later ones that are not showing up yet. Small bead, large bead. That one is blue. That might actually have some potential as a blue broccoli. Not that there's a defined market for that, but that is really committed to that blue color. Here's another early maturing one that's gone past. That one is not showing heat tolerance, unfortunately. Here's another one that is pretty much a purple one, tight bead, slightly lumpy head, but all in all that would be nice if it were green. And there's one with a giant bead on it, so not currently acceptable even in the organic market. And there again, very large beaded. Coming on later. And that one, it's a little over mature. Too flat ahead for the East Coast. Needs to shed the water better. You can see the water reflecting in there. Maybe it's holding water now. There's one coming on that's showing a lot of heat injury. Some later maturing ones. Here again, a very purple color, but not an attractive purple. There's that very small bead. Here, very, very small bead, almost one called mossy. And again, that combination of kind of a purplish gray and lime is just not on the market. And purple here is sort of a gray color, and a purple color. So overall, this planting of the NOVIC line, even after several rounds of selection, has a lot of variation. And it seems that we are fairly unlikely to see that coming out from a regular seed company. It would have to be something that's done as a specialty for a small farm market where they're selling an interesting assortment of broccoli heads from a farm stand or at a farmer's market.